Electricity moves incredibly fast, almost at the speed of light. Huge power lines carry hundreds and thousands of volts and hang above us in open air. So you would expect such powerful electricity to leak out and strike in the sky, right? But just look around. The air around these lines are totally calm. No flashes, no shocks, just silence. So the question is, can electricity be conducted through air? And if it can, why doesn't it strike everything around it? Especially to the birds, those who can sit so easily on them. Hello everyone, this is Anzum and I welcome you to Simplify Your Concept. In today's video, we are going to explore a rare question asked, can electricity be conducted through air? So let's get started. Under normal condition, air acts like an insulator. It stops electricity from flowing. That's why we can run wires through air safely. But every insulator has a limit. This is called dielectric breakdown strength. It tells us how much electric field the air can handle before it lets current pass. For dry air, the limit is around 30,000 volts per centimeter. If the voltage gets higher than this, the air breaks down. It turns into a path of plasma and electricity can jump through it. There are quick facts to note. The breakdown strength of air is approximately 30 kilovolt per centimeter. For 11 kV, the safe distance above the ground is 40 centimeter, whereas for 400 kilovolts, the safe distance is about 2 to 3 meters. That is why the power lines are placed far apart and high above the ground to keep the electric field below the danger level. The next question comes, why birds don't get electrocuted? When a bird sits on just one wire, it doesn't touch anything else, meaning there is no potential difference across its body. So there is no path for electricity to flow through its body. Remember, electricity can only flow when there is a closed loop and a voltage difference. So when both the feet are on the same wire, no current flows. That is why the bird is safe. But if the bird touches another wire or a metal pole at a different voltage, then electricity can flow through its body and that's dangerous. That is why the line workers use special types of gloves and make sure their bodies stay at the same potential when working on live wires. So when does this electricity jump through air? Even though air is an insulator, electricity can jump through it in certain situations, usually when the voltage is very high. Let's see some examples. The first one is lightning. A lightning bolt can have millions of volts. That's enough to break through kilometers of air. The second one is Tesla coil. These devices use high frequency AC electricity to send sparks through air. You can actually see the electricity jumping like mini lightning bolts. The third is the arc flashes. In substations, sometimes if something goes wrong, like a fault or damaged equipment, the voltage can suddenly spike. This can cause arc flash, where air becomes a conductor and a bright hot electrical arc gets formed. So the main question comes, is wireless electricity really possible? Long ago, Nikola Tesla dreamed of sending electricity through air without any wires. He even built a giant tower called the Wardenclyffe Tower to try it. Sadly, it failed due to a number of reasons, like there was a massive power loss over distance, unfocused transmission, so power went everywhere, not just to the target. It also produces dangerous electromagnetic interference. Today, we have a wireless charging, like phone charging pads, but they only work at very short distance using magnetic fields. So wireless power gets weaker as distance increases. It works best for phones and small devices, and Wi-Fi and Bluetooth can send only signals, not power. So what is holding us back? in order to send electricity through air? There are a number of reasons. The first and foremost is the power loss. So, energy fades rapidly in air, just like sound gets softer with distance. Second one is interference. So, wireless power can interfere with other signals. Also, there are safety hazards. So, powerful energy in the air can cook living tissues or spark fires. And it is very hard to control. Electricity likes to spread everywhere, not just stay in a beam. So, how does power lines stay so safe? Power lines are carefully designed to keep us safe. They use large air gaps between the wires. They use long ceramic or polymer insulators to stop current from going down the tower. Corona rings to control the electric field and reduce small discharges, especially in fog or rain. All of these things keep the electric field low enough so that electricity stays inside the wire and doesn't escape into the air. So, can the electricity travel through air? Yes, but only if the voltage is high enough to break down the air's insulation. That is why in normal condition, most of the power lines does not spark unless something goes wrong. And now that you also know that why birds don't get shock, it's because of the voltage difference and having a path for the current to flow. Drop your comments below if you have learned something new today. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe because many electricity secrets are coming your way. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.